been wanting to try for a while, where you make a spoon by first turning a log on the lathe and then slicing it in half and then carving it from there. I think that could be really neat, so that's what this video is going to be all about. Okay, so it's still kind of on the rough side, which is what I want. I don't want to take down too much so that I have nothing left to carve, but kind of cool. So this piece was not huge, so I'm not getting like a very round shape, but I figured it'd be more like a flattish spoon. I was thinking that I wanted to make a bigger spoon because I always tend to make such small spoons, and this would be a good opportunity to make a bigger one, but it's really big. Yesterday I got a good amount of work done on the spoon. It still feels kind of chunky. It's kind of like a big paddle. The one thing when you do it this way, where you cut it in half, is that it's harder to get much of a profile going on this side right here. You know, sometimes when I carve spoons completely by hand, I like to have like a little indentation coming right here. So you don't quite get to that unless you carve, you know, the other way, but I don't want to take away too much material from there really. So I think that's the one downside.
So here you can see those carving indentions in the bowl, and I actually wanted to make this spoon with the intention of not sanding those off, so that you'll continue to see those and any other carving marks. In the past, I've sanded my spoons. You want to hide any mistakes that might be there, and that's easy to do with sanding. And the other thing I think is, even if you raise the grain on a spoon, once you've sanded it and then sand it again before finishing, the surface tends to get rather fuzzy over time as you wash it and use it, whereas a finish cut with a knife stays nicer in some ways.
So I got a little overexcited carving the handle down like this. I was going for something interesting, but I don't really like it. So I'm gonna cut it off right here and make it a little shorter. So this is more gonna be like a spoon for serving and cooking, that kind of thing, and I don't need it to be this long for that.
Now for a finish, I'm going with my mineral oil beeswax polish. This is a food safe finish and I use it on all the projects for the kitchen. So let's take a moment and go and prepare some food. I don't know about you, but when I'm in the shop working and doing stuff, while I want to eat delicious food, I just don't want to occupy my brain with that stuff. So I'm really happy to be partnering with HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit, which will provide you with easy, seasonal and pre-measured ingredients right to your door, with everything you need to make a delicious dinner in about 30 minutes. So you don't have to go grocery shopping and doing all that planning. The service is really flexible. You can change your delivery dates or food preferences and skip a week whenever you need. HelloFresh actually has more 5-star recipes than any meal kit, and I have to say, each of the meals we tried were so delicious. Like something you'd expect out of a nice restaurant. Very good, and the portions were a nice size too. HelloFresh is now available from $5.66 per serving. And I think the thing that I like the most about this is the interesting meals that you get to make, which otherwise you wouldn't think of.
I am making Parmesan crusted chicken with a creamy lemon tomato spaghetti.
I mean, I love cooking, but I tend to make the same things over and over again, like most of us. However, with this kit, I get to make things which I would never think of making. So that's just a lot of fun, and perfect if you want to impress others with your cooking skills, not to mention keep your brain focused on projects in the shop while still eating awesome meals. So get started with 9 free meals. That is $90 off your first month of HelloFresh, including shipping. Go to hellofresh.com and enter Darbin9.
So here it is. It's definitely a little bit smaller in size than when I was first working on it. So my goal here was really to not sand it. And I was kind of tempted a couple of times because, I have a couple of knife marks on here and it's not absolutely perfect. But then I was like, well, that's just the way it is. In some ways, I like the knife marks. I think they add a real handcrafted feel to it, which is kind of nice at the same time. Now, if you're looking to make gifts for the holidays, carving spoons, I think, is such a nice idea because it's so relaxing and quiet. You can do it at night. It doesn't require a whole lot of wood, and it's just kind of a fun activity. So I'm hoping to carve a couple of more before Christmas is coming. In terms of the finish, I'm just using my mineral oil wax polish. I have opened up my shop now, by the way, so I have a bunch of them in all the different oils. The linseed, the tung oil, as well as the mineral oil. So if you want to get some of that, maybe even for the holidays, you can check out my shop, and there's a link in the description. When I was first making it, I really just kind of went from the point of view that I wanted to make a big spoon. I wanted to go kind of large. And then as I was working on it, I was like, this is very large. What am I going to use it for? Like, I can imagine if you were maybe, cooking outside a lot in a big Dutch oven over the fire or something like that. That would be useful, but I don't really do that much. So I really wanted this to become something where I actually use it in the kitchen. And I feel like when I've done spoons in the past, they're always a little bit on the small side in terms of serving. So I think this is going to be actually really nice to serve stews and rice and mashed potatoes and those kinds of things. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.